Give the people what they want.
Welcome to Banking on Community, the podcast for community banks. I'm Saxon Prater.
And I'm Tara Schultz.
And I'm Brett Glover. Guys, it's so good to be back with you today. It's been a bit. How's everybody doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing great. It's good to see you.
Awesome. Well, listen, we're going to jump right in. We're so excited, and I am known for giving the people what they want. And we've got a great podcast today as we get the privilege of chatting with Nancy Langer. Nancy, welcome. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks, everybody. Good to see everybody.
Good to see you as well. Listen, I'm kind of known for the, hard hitting, like we get just really to the tough questions, and we are in football season. Word has it, might be a little bit of a Packers fan. So how are we feeling? Anything you want to share about the Packers season thus far? You don't have to mention anything about the Cowboys, but how are you guys feeling up there in Wisconsin right now?
Well, I'll mention the Cowboys, Brett. That's coming. I was feeling really good for a couple of weeks. Not so good after last weekend, but yeah, we got the Cowboys this weekend, Brett. So I'm optimistic. I would say I'm also a Milwaukee Brewers fan. We won the division. Got big optimism there. It's not just about football, but it's all the sports. But yeah, Packers, we're looking good, but we'll see how this week goes.
Yeah, I live about 10 minutes from Nissan Stadium where the Tennessee Titans play. And let me tell you, morale is not high. So
I don't blame you, Saxon.
Yeah, I'm envious of your position. So, well, now that Brett's asked the hard-hitting questions first, just knock those out first. For those of you who are listening and may not know, Nancy is CSI's president and CEO. And so we wanted to have a conversation with her and see get her views on the industry and CSI, and also just have a big welcome to Banking on Community. So Nancy, to kind of kick us off, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what journey led you to CSI?
Yeah, sounds good, Saxon, and Brett kind of tipped that open. But I'm a Wisconsin girl, born and bred, still live in Wisconsin much of the year. So big sports fan, lots of friends, family here. And on a personal level, married for 38 years. In fact, I celebrated my anniversary with Brett. It was a week before I started at CSI, and it was at our President's Club. So husband Marty, I have two kids, Brett, who's in Milwaukee, and Courtney in Chicago. But in terms of, kind of career-wise, almost my whole career has been in fintech in some capacity, starting back in the late 80s, which obviously dates me, but have always kind of had a passion for banking, and in particular community banking and technology around it. And so, the CSI opportunity was ideal for me because I kind of left fintech for a little bit and was in higher education technology, but really missed working with banks. And I just think the industry is and the company is kind of at an inflection point where, technology is changing really quickly. AI is huge, lots of things evolving. And I just love the opportunity to kind of help our clients and deliver that kind of technology. They need to compete with banks of all sizes, right? Put them on a level playing field and really drive the right products and technologies. And I just love engaging with our clients. I've been on the road the 4 months I've been here with clients and prospects, and it's just been awesome to kind of understand what their needs are and really work with our team on making sure we deliver, really what they need to just continue to stay above the bar on technology and compete with, the big banks out there as well. So I'm excited about it. It's been great. We've got a great team, great clients, and a lot going on in the company for sure. That's exciting.
Well said, Nancy. And we're thrilled to have you here and the impact you're already making with CSI. So we very recently announced at CSI the acquisition of Apiture. And that's really, we've seen some impact notes around that acquisition. It's recognized to the market as our most ambitious deal to date. So how do you see that move of the acquisition of Apiture and really the other assets how do you see that strengthening our ability to support community banks moving forward, especially as digital banking continues to evolve?
Yeah, I mean, that thanks, Tara. I mean, I think, that Aperture was a big move for us and a needed move. As I said, as I've been talking to clients and really understanding what are the top kind of priorities they need us to deliver on. One of those really is around digital banking for more commercial small business clients. That is a huge part of the lifeblood of community banks in terms of their growth and embracing their community and having the right products. And so Aperture is very, very strong in that and filled what I felt was, a gap we have. We have a good, solid digital at CSI, but certainly the business commercial side, I felt we needed to really deliver a product to our clients. And digital in general is going to continue to evolve as the top, channel in many ways. And it's got to be the really best experience that banks can deliver to both retail and business clients. It's got to be, kind of real time, immediate, just a great experience. And so Aperture definitely brought us, especially again on the business side, a really nice advanced user experience and capabilities for small business and mid-market in particular, which our clients need. So I'm excited about it and obviously looking forward to bringing those folks in that company into the CSI fold.
Yeah, we're really excited about it too. And I saw a week or so ago, they just won the Finovate Awards for small business banking in digital. So that's another really exciting milestone for Aperture and by extension, CSI. And it's going to help all of these. Well, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, section the talent too, right? It's not just about the technology. Yeah. They have people that really know the business market well that can just be additive to our already strong team. So didn't mean to cut you off, Saxon, but it is really a combination of the technology and the team.
Well, outside of digital banking, I mean, we know that commercial banking, small business banking, that's huge in the community banking space. As you're talking to these customers, you've been, as you mentioned, you've been traveling a lot, you've been engaging with a lot of our customers. What are you hearing and what are you gathering about like what trends are shaping and driving the community banking space?
Yeah, I think it's been, a few different things, but certainly consistent feedback around commercial. We obviously filled a big gap with Aperture in terms of the digital experience for commercial, but really continuing to evolve, capabilities they need for commercial deposits, commercial lending, commercial payments. We have a lot of those capabilities already at CSI, but moving a lot of that to real time, giving them more flexibility in their cash management capabilities is definitely a top priority that we have. And we hired a chief strategy officer, Michelle Jacobs. He's been out there with me with the clients, has a strong background in that. And so, we are looking hard at, what investments we need to make to really improve even further, our commercial capabilities. I think that's probably top priority. And then payments in general, we've got some strong payment capabilities, but with real-time payments and, all of the kind of movement there, we really want to deliver to our clients the ability to, whether you call it payment hub or different words in the industry, but essentially be able to allow clients to have the ability to intelligently route payments how they want, least cost route how they want, leverage real time, FedNow, all of that has been a priority, which we obviously have been rolling out that piece already. So I think, I'd say commercial and payments. And then the last would be AI, which, is obviously very hot button for a reason. I mean, it's a game changing technology that's moving at a speed faster than anything we've ever seen. I look at it as an opportunity in a couple of different ways for us. We are already doing some things within the products and fraud. We've got some leveraging of, AI and machine learning. We're doing some things internally in our support center with AI that really gives clients some abilities to kind of quickly get answers, self-service and not have to wait on a rep. But there's a lot more, that we're planning and looking at doing both internally, but also within our products, driving more real-time data analytics, predictive analytics for AI for clients, driving more efficiency for them by leveraging AI within the core and the ancillary kind of core products. So that's an area, we've got a high priority round. We're kind of putting together our strategy, but we're already dabbling and doing different things internally, and with some of the products. But that's going to be a game changer in terms of what we need to deliver to our clients as well as ourselves internally.
It's been pretty obvious to me and of how customer centric you are and focused on the customer. I know you've had a chance to speak with a lot of customers, and if it was up to you, you probably would have already been on site to meet every single one of them at this point. But and I have no doubt that you will. But for those who haven't had the chance to interact personally, and this is a good avenue for that. I'm just curious, with all of that, we all agree there's so much happening in our industry. Technology is changing rapidly. I'm just curious, with your experience and background that is so well-rounded, like what are some of the leaders asking, in terms of advice about how to approach strategy of what do we embrace and what priority do we give to all these different things that are coming at us? Just curious your thoughts from that perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and thanks for the comments, Brett. I do love being out with clients because that is why we're here. We would not be a company if it weren't for our clients, right? So I think there's been, pretty consistent feedback that, as we build our roadmap and our investments in our products, they need to be very tightly tied to what the client's priorities are. Every client might have a different priority, but there's a fair amount of consistency as I've been talking to clients, and it's along a lot of the lines we talked about, the digital, the commercial capabilities. And so we actually have next week a full product with some of the client people, RMs, Brett and others, I think, getting together to really kind of recalibrate on what our product roadmap should be, what we're going to invest in, kind of driven by an overarching strategy that, we need to enable community banks to be at par and better relative to larger banks. And so, we probably have, we've continued to invest in a lot of things, but I think we'll be doing a prioritization, and it's going to be completely tied to really the feedback that the clients have given us, and that'll be a continual kind of process that we follow. And then, frankly, we'll be very transparent with clients on what that roadmap is, and it'll continue to tweak. Right, things come up, that are needs of our clients that they might not know today. But I'm a huge advocate of get the market and the client feedback, and that should drive really every investment we make, and that should prioritize what investments we make. So I'm excited about getting the team together. We've already made good progress there, but I think our clients are going to be happy that we've got a pretty concise roadmap that ties to a lot of the kind of feedback that they put into it. So that's really kind of a lot of what I've been working on, as well as Michelle and Brett. You've been involved. A lot of people have been involved. So excited to get it out to our clients.
Yeah, thanks, Nancy. So you've been so clear and steadfast in your vision since joining CSI and taking in where we are and where you want to see us be, sharing that vision with our teams and in the market. So looking ahead 5 years from now, what would you like to be a few notable contributions to CSI for both our customers and really for the industry as a whole?
Yeah, thanks, Sure. I think at the end of the day, we want to, CSI has always been kind of grounded in, a high level of client service, which is one of the reasons I joined. It's always been a very customer focused organization. We need to keep that going and keep that investment in that. But we need to be more innovative and technology driven, kind of to the prior discussion. So, my vision would be that we would be the preferred provider for community banks, the one that they know, A, is going to service them well, but also is listening to them and delivering innovation and technology that, again, allows them to compete with the bigger banks out there. That's our job. And so if we do that well and, continue to service, but also provide good technology to keep them competitive, I think we'll be in a very good position to kind of, be that preferred provider. And not just for technology, I also would like to see us even be more consultative with clients and more advising and helping them as they navigate what's a complicated business that they're running. So that's kind of my goal. And I'm excited about it. I think the team is excited about it as well.
Thank you for sharing that, Nancy. I think it's very, very clear that your focus is customer first, and the needs of the customer have to come first so that they can really be relevant in 5 to 10 to 20 years from now. And that's exciting that all of the alignment happening, the importance around that, the continued focus around the importance of that. Obviously, a big piece of that is, customer choice. How do you feel the area of open banking is shifting, and the opportunity for choice of solutions and financial technology is shifting, and where is your focus around that entire landscape?
Yeah, thanks, Tara. I think open banking and ease of integration to us is critical. We're not going to be all things to our customers. There are a lot of really creative fintech companies out there that our customers are going to want to partner with, and we're going to want to partner with. So I was actually pleasantly surprised coming in. We actually have done a lot of work there on open APIs and integration work. I think as a company, in going out with clients, we just hadn't really kind of updated or, and some of that is, we're a humble company, which I think is great, but we hadn't really shared the investment and how far we were there. So it's a pleasant surprise because I think we're in a really good shape in terms of our API framework and capabilities. We've got lots of fintechs and lots of banks themselves that are leveraging that. So we'll continue to invest there. I think it's critical that we have kind of that open integration framework for our clients to pick what they might conclude as best of breed partners for them. And then we need to, give them that framework and work with them and make that as easy as possible.
Yeah, I love that approach. I love the aspect of we will try to complete the entirety of the stack for all community banks that desire that. But in all reality, some just have different needs and they want to pull that Lego block out and plug their preferred in. And I love the support and the focus and the commitment around that. So thanks for sharing that. Saxon,
Thanks,
what do you think? We have a little fun now?
Well, really quickly, I do want to say one more thing about open banking. We talk about this a lot, and this is sort of about open banking, I suppose. Part of it is a joke. But we talk about open banking a lot, and we say, part of the future of community banking is choice in a lot of ways. And Nancy, you might not know this, but Brett's developing a bit of a tagline: give the people what they want. That's exactly, I think, how we should articulate our strategy. Give the people what they want. A feedback informed roadmap as well as choice. Okay, there's my joke.
Instead of CSI high touch, high tech, it's CSI give the people what they want. We're gonna change it up based on Brett's input. I love it.
Great. Well, I didn't even plan all this, but Saxon, thank you for making me the tagline, giving me some props. I'm going to come back with another hard hitting question. Investigative journalism. I don't know how you have enough energy to do what you do, but every time I'm around you, I'm like, she has more energy than me. I want to know what's on the playlist right now. We know you love music. What's on the playlist right now that's, keeping you going between the flights and the travel and everything else on your plate?
Yeah, I think it quickly became a non-secret here that I love music and live music, and my husband even likes it more than I. But I like everything from the old school Fleetwood Mac, AC/DC. That's my kind of high school heritage, to country, to R&B, hip hop. I like Chance the Rapper out of Chicago. I like pop. Some of you guys know I went to see Taylor Swift and Beyonce with my daughter in person. I got it all. And I like slow stuff, I like Teddy Swims, like that. So I pretty much like everything. And I'm a runner, so typically my playlist for running is the more upbeat, kind of pop or AC/DC kind of stuff.
That's
Very cool.
awesome. Well, you know, just full disclosure, I'm actually going to tonight to see Nathaniel Rateliff in the Night Sweats here in Kansas City.
Okay. All right.
If I'm on Teams a little bit later in the morning, just cut me a little bit of slack. But yeah, looking forward to that show as well. So this has been really fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys and ladies. Tara.
Thanks for being on, Nancy. It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast and allow our listeners to hear a little bit more. And I'm sure you'll see them on the road soon.
Anytime. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, we'll close it there. Also, thanks again to Nancy, and thanks to all of you for listening. As always, feel free to check us out on csiweb.com or on LinkedIn. Also, registration opens soon for CX26 already. It's going to be in Denver, April 12th through 15th. So you can see Nancy, see Brett and Tara, myself, as well as a lot of CSI executives and fellow community bankers. So we hope to see many of you there.
Denver, right, Saxon?
Yes, ma'am. Denver.
Love it.
Let's do it.
Love it.
Thank you guys.
All right. We'll
Thanks,
see you guys next
everybody.
time.
Great day.